I think we all know about premium bonds by now, and it is one of the UK's most favourite savings product. So from next month's prize draw from January of 2025, the prize fund rate is going to drop to 4%. The odds of winning remains the same as December, so for each £1 bond that you hold, the odds of winning are 22,000 to 1, which is a whole lot less than what we got throughout most of the months in 2024. Now, in terms of prizes to be won, there are two extremely lucky winners who will win £1 million each. There are also 82 £100,000 prizes. I wouldn't mind winning one of those. 166 £50,000 prizes, again, wouldn't mind one of those. And over 2 million £100 prizes, not too bad. So January of 2023 was my first ever prize draw, so this means this is exactly 2 years of me holding premium bonds. So in January of 2023, I held £5,100 of premium bonds. Remember that you have to hold them for an entire month in order to be eligible for the next month's prize draw. So for this reason, it is best to deposit at the end of the month. For example, I deposited in the middle of November, so I had to wait November, December 2023, and my first eligibility was in January of 2023. So back then, the prize fund rate was 3%, and the odds of winning per £1 bond held was 24,000 to 1. As you can see, the likelihood of winning was even lower back in the day. So in January of 2023, I added a further £550 to my account, and I was very happy to actually win £50 in January, my first ever prize fund draw, and I couldn't, complain about that. So in February of 2023, I had a premium bonds eligibility of £5,150. The £50 that I won in the previous month got auto reinvested back into my premium bonds account. The prize fund rate increased to 3.15%. The odds of winning stayed the same. I added nothing extra this month, but I was also happy that I actually won £25 this month, bringing my total so far won from premium bonds to be £75. Very happy with that. So in March of 2023, I had a premium bonds eligibility of £5,725. The prize fund rate again increased to 3.3%. The odds of winning stayed the same. In this month, I didn't add anything further, and I was very happy to actually win £100 with only about £5,000 held. I was really happy with that. And I was very happy with premium bonds in general. I got off to a really good start, winning £175 in just 3 months. So in April of 2023, I had a premium bonds eligibility of £5,875. The prize fund rate stayed the same, so did the odds of winning this month. This month, I actually added a further £1,565 because, it was going really well for me. However, unfortunately, I won 0 this month. So in May of 2023, I had a premium bonds eligibility of £5,875. The prize fund rate stayed the same at 3.3%, so did the odds of winning. So in May, I didn't add anything further to my account, but I was happy enough to win £25, bringing my total won so far to be £200 in just a matter of months. So in June of 2023, my premium bonds eligibility was £7,465. The prize fund rate stayed the same, so did the odds of winning. So in this month, I didn't add anything further to my account, and neither did I actually win anything, which was unfortunate for me. So in July of 2023, I had a premium bonds eligibility of £7,465. The prize fund rate increased to 3.7%. The odds of winning stayed the same as the previous month. So in July, once again, I didn't add anything extra to the account, and unfortunately, neither did I win anything. So 2 months in a row winning absolutely nothing, which is kind of a shame. So in August of 2023, I had a premium bonds eligibility of £7,465. The prize fund rate was increased to 4%. The odds of winning actually became more likely at 22,000 to 1 per £1 bond that you held. In August, I added a further £4,835. So in August, I was very happy to win £100. This brings my total won so far to be £300 with premium bonds. So in September of 2023, my premium bonds eligibility was at £7,565. The prize fund increased to 4.65%, which will be the highest that we see for this time period. The likelihood of winning actually increased too, because per £1 bond that you held, the odds of winning anything was 21,000 to 1. So in September, I didn't add anything further to my account, and neither did I win anything in that month. So in October of 2023, my premium bonds eligibility stood at £12,400. The prize fund rate stayed the same at 4.65%, so did the odds of winning. In October, I didn't add anything further to my account. However, in October, I did win a nice £50, which I was very happy about, bringing my total won so far to be £350. So in November of 2023, I held £12,450 in premium bonds eligibility. The prize fund rate stayed the same at 4.65%, and so did the odds of winning. So in November, I actually took out £500 because I needed it. It just goes to show that premium bonds act as a really good emergency fund. You know, they will stay there, the value won't decrease, and if you need it, it will only take around 3 to 5 business days usually for that money to hit back into your bank account. But anyway, in November of 2023, I won £25. Not too bad, not the greatest either. That brought my winnings so far to be £375. So in December of 2023, my premium bonds eligibility stood at £12,475. The prize fund rate stayed the same at 4.65%, and so did the odds of winning. So this month I didn't add anything further to my account, and neither did I actually win anything. So in January of 2024, I had a premium bonds eligibility of £11,975. The prize fund rate stayed the same at 4.65%. The odds of winning stayed the same too. I didn't add anything further to this month, and neither did I win anything. It just goes to show 2 months once again in a row where I didn't win a single penny with premium bonds. So in February of 2024, my premium bonds eligibility was £11,975. This was the last month that the prize fund rate was at 4.65% after getting slashed. The odds of winning remained the same, and this month I won 2 prizes, one £25 prize and one £100 prize, meaning I won £125 that month. So that brings my total won so far from premium bonds to be £500. So in March of 2024, my premium bonds eligibility stood at £12,100. The prize fund rate was actually lowered to 4.4%, but the odds of winning stayed the same. In March, I didn't add anything further to my account, but I was happy to win £50. That brings my total won so far to be £550. So in April of 2024, I had a premium bonds eligibility of £12,150. The prize fund rate stayed the same, and so did the odds of winning. So in April, I took out £2,150 to make my balance £10,000 so that it makes it easier to do these comparison videos. And in April, I won £50, which I was really happy about, bringing my total won so far from premium bonds to be £600. So in May of 2024, my premium bonds eligibility was £12,150. The prize fund rate stayed the same at 4.4%, and so did the odds of winning. In May, I didn't add anything extra to my account, and neither did I win anything in May, unfortunately for me. So in June of 2024, my premium bonds eligibility stood at £10,000. The prize fund rate stayed the same, so did the odds of winning. In June, I didn't add anything further to my account, and neither did I unfortunately win anything. So in July of 2024, I had a premium bonds eligibility of £10,000. The prize fund rate stayed the same at 4.4%. The odds of winning stayed the same too. I didn't add anything further to my account this month, and in July I won £100, very happy to win that, bringing my total won so far to be £700. So in August of 2024, I had a premium bonds eligibility of £10,000. The prize fund rate stayed the same at 4.4%. The odds of winning also stayed the same at 22,000 to 1 per £1 bond held. So in August, I didn't add anything further to my account, but I was very happy to once again win £100. 2 months in a row, very happy with that. So that brings my total won so far from premium bonds to be £800. So in September of 2024, my premium bonds eligibility was £10,000. The prize fund rate stayed the same at 4.4%, and so did the odds of winning. In this month, I didn't add anything to my account, and neither did I win a single penny, unfortunately for me. So in October of 2024, I had a premium bonds eligibility of £10,000. The prize fund rate stayed the same at 4.4%. The odds of winning the same again at 21,021 per £1 bond held. In this month, I added a further £10,000 as I thought premium bonds had been a pretty good place for me to put my money. In October, I won £50, pretty happy with that, not the best, not the worst, bringing my total won so far to be £850. So in November of 2024, I had a premium bonds eligibility of £20,000. The prize fund rate stayed the same at 4.4%, and the next month it would be slashed once again. So the odds of winning stayed the same. I didn't add anything further to my account in November, and neither, unfortunately, did I win anything. So now the 2-year result, December 2024, I had a premium bonds eligibility of £20,000. The prize fund rate stood at 4.15%. The odds of winning per £1 bond held were 22,000 to 1, so less likely than the month before. And in December, I won £50. So again, not the best, not the worst. Pretty happy with that overall, which brings the total won from premium bonds for me over 2 years that I've held the premium bonds in to be £900. Now you decide for yourself if you think £900, from premium bonds in my account with the amount that I've held is, decent or not, and whether or not you would be better off putting that money into something like a cash ISA perhaps, or even an instant access savings account. So make sure to check out some of my other videos, and I'll see you in the next video.